You were arguably the best player of anyone that day in any club. You were getting goals for fun, and nearly at every half time you'd be smoking a fag. How did you maintain the fitness side?
That was in my younger days, Ricky.
The winning and losing is it's important to win and it's good to win and it's easier when you're winning, but you do play because it's your community. You play because it's part of you. I think without football, these small villages in Meath in Ireland would be a much worse place in terms of just the general atmosphere, just the general kind of feeling, the general upkeep, the general just having people who care about the place,
Would it be fair to call you three some of the founding fathers of the club?
No, I don't think that would be fair at all, no. You'd have to go back another generation to talk about the founding fathers of the club. Dennis's father, he would have been one of the first officials of the club from back in 1936. I'd say you go back to names like Andy Goodwin, yes. Who would be
my father and your father.
Yeah, Maguire, Jimmy Maguire, Tommy Rooney, Tommy the Jobber Rooney.
But they would have been the ones brought. I remember playing underage football and you have 10, 12 lads in one jar going to the match. You had to be sticking out windows and all types of things, but they were the ones brought us. They were the ones kept us going.
The first major thing that was ever done at Kilmainhamwood was developing the pitch, and the buying developing the pitch. Yeah. That was a big thing then. Yeah. And still is. It's a great facility to have there. And it's been used every day of the week at the moment.
When we opened the pitch in '86, we were stepping up really. Meath won the Leinster Championship the previous Sunday, and Brian Stafford was on the team and hadn't won the Leinster Championship from 1970. And the whole thing was arranged that the following Sunday we were opening the pitch here. I think we had many thousand, 10,000 people up here at the Old.
That's right.
Couldn't have fallen into a better. Brian Stafford was the hero. He was really starting to make his mark on the Meath team at the time.
To win All Ireland titles or national.
The work is essential. Training your own and training within the panel itself, and Sean brings us in 2 or 3 times a week. It's all part and parcel of the thing. If you want to be successful, you have to do it.
What about the National League now? I'm quite sure you'd like to add the league to the All Ireland title.
It'd be nice. A complete collection of me inside a short period of time, But
2 All Irelands, 5 Leinsters, 3 National Leagues, 2 Ever Cups, I think, 1 Senior Football Championship with the Wood, 2 intermediate medals. And I think I also have an under-21 Leinster medal with me. Yeah, that was kind of how it started in '85. So. I forgot the 3 All-Stars and the Texaco Player of the Year. Yeah, I forgot them.
I think Brian really was an inspiration to us. I know he's just gone there and he probably won't like to hear too much praise, but to see somebody on the television or in Croke Park and then you went out the next day and you're actually marking and training. I mean, I used to mark and training. And I was just in awe. I didn't know whether to mark or kick him or something to net with the ball. No, I wasn't able to stop him. But it was just the fact that he was a national superstar, and he was on the television, and then he was standing beside you. You were like, fucking hell, anything is possible. So I think he was. He invited us in, and he sort of mentored us as well.
No great disrespect to the '82 team. They wouldn't match the '96 team. They were like, every time you see the photographs of them from where they came from. At under 12, the whole way they developed into men and into footballers, they were a class apart. They were an exceptional bunch of lads. Their talent is beyond belief.
Short from Ray McGee to Graham Garrity. McGee gets it back on his favourite left boot. And is that over? And the glorious point from Ray McGee. They've got back on level terms with 5 minutes to go. What a comeback, Meath.
Obviously it was your club winning the '96 championship. A small club in North Meath, so winning the '96 championship with the lads you grew up with, the lads you played football with in school all your life was the biggest achievement, especially for this area. It's a small area, small club, so it was a great achievement, looking back in the day.
'96, that was obviously the pinnacle of things, but why do you think the whole thing worked? How did it work between you and end up as such a positive thing where we won the '96 championship?
I suppose it started with under 12. Or even before that, with Dan Green and Nicky Smith. We were together then the whole way from 12, 14, 16s and 18s.
Good bond between the whole 15 to 20 core lads. Paddy Clark, yeah, he added a bit, maybe got our minds a bit thinking different when we got into game situations. But we had that bond as a core group of 20, 25 lads, just from growing up together the whole way.
There's huge drive also from the parents, like the likes of, say, Francie, Crystal, my parents, Sean. Like there was huge push. They loved the experience just as much as we did. And they pushed it right from, I'm going to say under 12, right on, even with Mickey and Dan with the coaches. You had parents that really, pushed the kids. And like even with the bond together, they were also there, enjoying the experience with us.
It was like 4 years where when the final whistle went, it was on disappointment that the game was over. It was really,
for us,
the fun was in playing. Not even the result, it was in fucking playing, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was great.
We were very fortunate, too.
Yeah.
We played in 93, 94, 95, 96, 4 finals in a row. 2 intermediate, 2 senior. In 2000, we played the senior final. So for them years, you probably took it for granted at the time, sure, we'll go again next year, So yeah, it is looking back for such a small club and a wee pocket of North Meath that to have such success. It was great times. We should have won more. That's my personal biggest regret. We should have won more looking back, but it was great to win one. Absolutely great to win one, but yeah, definitely a few regrets on that front.
Obviously, there wasn't always just easy times to Matty Cunningham in '95. How did you get over that? Because he was obviously such a good pal of your all.
It was a huge hit to the whole area. He's different. Everyone loved Matt. He's a breath of fresh air. He did it his way. Definitely did it his way. And it was a huge hit to the area. Huge hit for his own family first of all, and then for us as a team. Paddy Clouset at the time, and Paddy looked after us very well. And I remember the '95 final. Yeah, it was tough. It was only 3 weeks later after everything happened. But luckily to get through it. I remember '96 we won it then. I was only listening to the podcast last week from Niall Grimley, the Armagh footballer. Unfortunately, he lost his brother last year in a car accident, and his wife. And he said they stopped with the cup on the way home, and Armagh boys. We done the same, in 2000, or back '96. So it kind of brought it all back. Oh Jesus, we were such young, but yeah, it was very tough in the area. But look, that's it. That's life. It was just an accident, unfortunately. Life moves on, but never be forgotten in the club. Never. Everyone still talks about him today. So that's the mark he had in the club. Yeah.
Lots of maybe it wasn't since Kilmainhamwood can pay back some of this lead.
What probably impresses me most about yourself is that you played 24 years. It's very easy to play 24 years, if you're winning championships all the time and it's gold and it's always good days. But you have, there's been 3 relegations in that. There's been a lot of frustrating years. But how did you keep going and through what was a lot of bad days as well with everything?
Yes, I don't know. I love playing for Kilmainhamwood, to be honest. So I've always enjoyed it. There has been tough times, There's times when you don't want to go down to the training and that. I suppose my problem is that I like playing the football, but wasn't a big fan of the training. I was coming in 2000. Yeah, we went on a great run that year and ended up beating Screen, which was a big thing, I suppose, in the semi-final. We got Trevor Giles and John McDermott's team.
Colin Cromwell wrote a book after, and he reminisced on the games he saw down through the years, and he said that game between Kilmainhamwood and Screen was the best game he ever saw.
Trevor Giles came off the field and he says, I never thought you could play football like that. They didn't expect. As far as Screen would have been concerned, we were minnows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What maybe you've a cheat coming up and play us.
It's if it's theatre groups, if it's whatever, they're all brilliant. It's not just football, but football is one of them key pillars that you need, or sport of whatever kind in your community, and it's very, very important to keep it going. And as all the lads talked about, the days when you win, beeping the horns through the village, the only competition I've ever won playing football was a Division 4 league final against Drumcondra a few years ago on my 30th birthday. But that was a really, really special occasion. And it probably did mean an awful lot to me because I'd never actually won anything apart from that. But it was going back to the village, going to the pubs with the cup, that, you know, that did mean so much. And I think that's what we knew we need to keep in Ireland. And as they've been saying, it's a lot of the same families who've been kind of keeping it going. Obviously, I'm the third generation of chairman of Corbally in this club, which is a big deal. But that's not to say that any new families who've come here, you know, they are very welcome. Yeah, no, look, it is maybe more akin to a religion than a lot of other things, and that, like, it takes a certain amount of effort, a certain amount of belief, a certain amount of something deeper than just what's in it for me.
The young lads coming through are immense, and they're great footballers. A lot of them are on the underage teams, and may continue. I believe we have young Roach and Charlie Cunningham coming through next year, so great footballers also. So hopefully they go on and win the under-19 this year as well, and they might have some silverware at your dinner dance, I suppose. And also I suppose to mention the ladies team this year. As a child, I would have played with Maria Gilson and Yvonne Tavlin and Louise McKeever, three outstanding women footballers that I played with. And to see Maria Gilson still playing there this year in Bactive against Navan Matthews in the quarter-final, like, fair play to her. Like, it's inspiring to see her still out.
So next year now is a big year to win the Junior B. So if you start winning matches, it breeds a little bit of positivity. Yeah. And stay together and stick together. That's what we done, through thick and thin.
They actually could do something that we'd never done. They could do 2 or 3 in a row if they got their act together.
Yeah.
Because at this level they're starting at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I would expect them to.
I wouldn't fear anyone going into Junior B and extra. Like, I think it's ours to take. Like, this year we thought as well, but it just didn't fall right for us. But I think this year, like, if we have lads committed and training, I feel there's no reason why we shouldn't win it. Like,
let's go win the Junior B title this year.
Come on, the Wood! Is Larry actually on time, is he? You were out last night too. Jeez, you look fucking rough, boy.
I am rough.
Yeah. You could have waited another 2 hours.
But there is a girl with makeup, isn't it? No, but I used to say